Zohran Mamdani is going to be our next mayor. And he's promised all the things. He's promised fast free buses and a rent freeze, an intifada revolution, and free childcare and city-run grocery stores. If he delivers half the things, it will totally exceed my expectations. Bill de Blasio, people don't recall him kindly. And unlike Zohran Mamdani, he had this quality, and people who worked with him told me this, that he would go into a room and make everyone in that room feel a little worse for having met Bill de Blasio. He wasn't remembered as a great mayor, but he was remembered as having done this one great thing, and that is universal pre-K. If Mamdani can do that with the childcare, which is, I think, of his initiatives, the one that has the most backing right now, and doesn't make too much of a hash over everything else. There's a lot of opportunities for a mayor to screw things up. But if Mamdani can do that, I will think that he exceeded his potential as mayor. But also remember that a giant part of Mamdani's appeal is that he's not Andrew Cuomo. And he won't have that I'm not Andrew Cuomo thing working for him anymore.
I wish Andrew Cuomo only the best in private life. But let tonight be the final time I utter his name.
Let me take you back. Rudy Giuliani, now unpopular, then very popular, but before that, somewhat unpopular mayor of New York. When he was at least getting a lot of attention, he hosted Saturday Night Live. And one of those sketches, not the one where he wore full drag.
All right, I'll finish stuffing the shelves.
Which he was into, apparently. But the one where he was a cab driver tells us something.
Wake up! Come on.
Whoa.
He played a regular New Yorker who would always shout, "Thanks, Giuliani." This preceded the thanks Obama and the thanks Biden. Just the tendency of the populace to blame the closest political figure on all your ills. And the reason I raise this is that when we were saying, "Thanks, Giuliani," or during the Bloomberg administration, "Thanks, Bloomberg," when we were really upset at the mayors, you know what we never said? "Thanks, Giuliani. I wish Ruth Messenger were in office," or more to the point of not being Andrew Cuomo, "Thanks, Giuliani. At least you're not Ruth Messenger." So no one is going to give Mamdani the credit of not being the person he beat. But that is one of the reasons he's oh so popular as the new mayor-elect of New York. In general, I do not think he'll be a giant disaster. I think that because of the scleroticism of New York and the system, but also, let us just say, the wisdom of the adults in the room, like Kathy Hochul and a lot of the people who voted for him with a little bit of hope, but not were fully enthralled because of all that. He won't get most of his bad ideas initiated. I think things will generally be fine, though worse than they could have been if we had a better mayor. I think things will be fine, unless maybe you're, Jewish or a homeowner or white or have something that a mugger wants to take. That's not fair. That's just a joke. To be fair to Zohran Mamdani, I don't think he'll be totally throwing New York under the bus. And even if he does, it probably won't be going fast enough to make an impact.